Hey guys, Collar here, bringing you a single game played in the Proleague series between OGN and Hanbit stars yesterday, June 23rd, 2008. And in this set, we have Chalrenge playing for OGN. He's a very interesting and creative player. I actually really enjoy watching his games, even though he doesn't have the best stats, and even though he hasn't really achieved much. But here is Chalrenge, and he's facing off against Free, sort of the one-star player on Hanbit. And Free is the blue Protoss player at the 11 o'clock. Chalrenge is the white Protoss player at the 1 o'clock. So Protoss versus Protoss on the map Colosseum. And I'm choosing to do the single set because honestly the rest of the sets of this game don't exactly have the biggest names in it. No one who really inspires any sort of brilliance for me, at least. The 2v2 does have Yarnak playing, but Luxury isn't playing. And for example, set 4 is Gwemchi versus Lida, which is just not going to be very exciting, to be honest. So just to be more economical, I'm just choosing what I think is the most interesting game from this set. And not many people have agreed with me, but Chalrenge reminds me of a Korean Steve Buscemi. And I'm going to say this for the last time, but you know Steve Buscemi, if you guys aren't familiar, he's played in movies like Con Air, for example. He's the really crazy guy in Con Air. He's in Reservoir Dogs. I don't know, he's in lots of movies where he portrays the really crazy guy. He's in The Wedding Singer. He's the weird band member. I don't know, but Chalrenge's sense of humor and his face just reminds me of Steve Buscemi. Anyway, that's the last time I'll ever say that because it seems that no one has agreed with me so far. But anyway, it seems that both players are going for a fairly standard opening here, going for the 1 gate inside the base. Whoa, and Free's gone for... No, I'm sorry, Chalrenge has gone for the 2 gate. Chalrenge is a creative player, by the way. He's very, very interesting, and he has a good lighthearted sense of humor, basically. You should watch, for a good Chalrenge game, you should definitely watch the hour-plus long game he has against The Rock, which some of the viewers have sent me, but I've actually watched that. It was about a year ago, and it basically was a very, very late PvP where they were in a static position where Chalrenge basically couldn't leave the one base he held. The Rock had all the map. He had already gone for carriers, arbiters, all sorts of tech, but Chalrenge just managed to hold the Rock off for about 30 minutes using pretty much just Psionic Storm and Dark Archons with mind controlling everything that the Rock threw at him. And I won't tell you how the game ended, but you should just check it out. I'm pretty sure it's on John747's account. Anyway, it looks like Chalrenge is going to be going for a little bit of a wow, and that is a beautiful fan of one of these two guys. I'm going to say it's a Chalrenge fan. But Chalrenge bringing one Zealot into Free's base right now. He's probably going to try a little probe harass, but Chalrenge is going for a 2-gate Zealot push here in the beginning, and that is a little bit more risky if he doesn't manage to do much economic damage. That certainly is going to put him significantly behind. I don't believe Chalrenge even has his gas assimilator up yet, so Free now almost has a Cybernetics core up, and basically Chalrenge is going to probably produce at most 5 Zealots if this rush doesn't work, and then he's going to have to do some catching up, basically, or some losing if this rush doesn't work, basically. He's got 2 more Zealots pushing in based on the minimap, and Free probably knows this is happening by now. I think he does have a scout. And there's the 4th and 5th Zealot leaving Chalrenge's base, but Free is soon going to have his first Dragoon out, and Dragoons can micro against Zealots fairly well, especially if the Zealots are in small numbers, and of course they don't have speed upgrade. Now Chalrenge going for a 2-pronged attack here, 2 Zealots attacking the gateway, and meanwhile this Zealot in the mineral lines trying to disrupt mining a little bit or trying to pick off probes, but Free is doing an excellent job so far of microing. Free of course made it to the round of 8 in the in the MSL, and he lost to Much there. Sorry for the spoilers, but that happened about a week and a half ago. But yeah, check that out on Rainman MP's account if you want an English commentary. And meanwhile, it looks like Chalrenge actually taking the opportunity to pick up his second Nexus. But I wonder if this is going to be that great of an idea, because he is going to be fairly behind on tech. However, he is doing a lot of damage to the probes, but no probes are dead just yet. 1 probe down for Free, and Chalrenge Well, my point is basically Chalrenge is going to be fairly behind on tech, and look at those zealots not doing much for Chalrenge. And now the dragoons, 2 dragoons are out, and I think this is the end of Chalrenge's attack effectively. But it looks like he's not having any of it. He's just going to continue chasing these units around. But really, at this point, yeah, it's pretty much over for his rush here. Chalrenge has lost this rush. However, he has taken that second Nexus. I'm just curious at how much damage he has done. I don't think he's done much damage at all, though, to Free. So I'd say the ball is in Free's court right now. He can go for a fairly early rush. And Chalrenge actually has gotten a Forge. This is definitely unorthodox PvP play. He's gotten a Forge and 2 photon cannons. That's something you hardly ever see in PvP, but basically Chalrenge was forced to do that by the fact that he has absolutely no tech up. I'm still not sure if he's mining gas at all, and now Free is going to walk in there with a large group of Dragoons, and range upgrade is probably going to go up for him. But on this map, actually, you can sort of wall in temporarily using these photon cannons because of the ridge there, and Chalrenge still does not have a gas, so he is hugely behind in terms of tech. Free trying to go in here. I don't think these Dragoons are going to be able to take care of it. Ooh, and Free carelessly losing a Dragoon there. Only 2 Dragoons firing for him, and oh man, if he lost that other Dragoon, that'd just be really careless by him. But it looks like he's going to be able to micro and probably pick off. No, it looks like he won't pick off that cannon because the cliff cannon should be going up in a matter of seconds. Looks like the cliff cannon is going up. So this is the end of Free's attack here. With some poor micro there from Free. Surprisingly poor. I don't think he needed to lose that first Dragoon. I think he should have brought 1 Zealot forward to absorb the hits from the photon cannons. Anyway, now Chalrenge finally mining gas, and he should have a Cybernetics core sometime soon up in his base. I think Free should pretty much go for Robotics Support Bay, Robotics Facility, and then Robotics Support Bay, get some Reavers out, and pretty much Chalrenge won't be able to do anything against Reavers for a while. And here is the Robotics Facility from Free. I'll be expecting Support Bay right afterwards. And Chalrenge persisting with his Zealot harass, bringing another Zealot into Free's base. But once again, this is not going to do much damage. And Free has done some excellent micro so far in his probes, I have to say. From about 3 minutes ago, I didn't mention it, but he ran away his probes very, very well. And Free now going for a double expand. This is really interesting. So basically, Chalrenge's early rush has created definitely a very non-standard PvP opening. And oh, Free might actually lose a probe here. Nope. Nice work there, pulling that probe away, and Chalrenge still not doing much with his Zealot harass. So I'd say Free is definitely in the lead here. By the way, I believe, yeah, OGN is ahead 1-0 from the first set. Yeah, I mean, that's not much of a spoiler, I guess, but I didn't want to cast it because it was Frosian was playing, and he's just a boring Terran player, and Zero was playing for Hanbit, and he's a pretty boring Zerg player. So yeah, normally I do like Terran versus Zergs, but I just didn't want to cast that. Anyway, looks like a couple of Dragoons now are going to finish off this Zealot inside of Free's base. And that's pretty much it for Free, for that Zealot, rather, not for Free. And interesting enough, we're seeing a Citadel of Adun going up from Chalrenge. So Chalrenge looks like he's going to be going for a fast speed upgraded Zealot push. That's my guess. He could be going for Dark Templar, of course, also once he gets his Templar archives, but given that he's built so many Zealots and he's probably upgrading +1 attack from the Forge, it almost looks like he's going to be going for a speedlot rush here against Free. And since Free's gone for a double expand, he might be susceptible to that. However, if Free can get his robotics facility out and his Reavers out, he won't have any problems with it. But it looks like Free's actually gone for the observatory first. I'm a little surprised by that. I'm actually really surprised by that because Free has to have known that Chalrenge didn't have any tech in his base. In fact, the only range units he had were photon cannons, and a shuttle and Reaver would have been pretty darn effective against photon cannons and normal Zealots, unspeed upgraded Zealots. Basically, a Reaver would just live forever inside of his base and pick off everything. So I'm very, very surprised that Free didn't take the